Fine, fine, fine. Let's move it. Let's move it. Okay. So as per the task list, everyone focus now. You wanna close it? શું કરું? Switch off કરવું છે? तो फिर इधर ही सो जाते ना, गद्दी बद्दी लेके आते हैं। ये भी बंद कर दो ना, ये थोड़ा ज्यादा ही हो रहना। ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, रहना। शी इज लाइक मेरा पंखा क्यों बंद करो, मैं तो फीस वसूल करूंगा। Okay. So here in this case, if you have heard about something called scatter chart, which you prepare for finding the relationship, not that kind of relationship. Here, the relationship between the two variables. Some people would be still there in a 14-5 kind of a model. Not that one. So when you want to find the relationship between the two variables, you use the scatter plot. Now, effectively, the scatter plot gives you either the upward direction relationship or a downward direction relationship, starting from the left to the right. Now, how to use this? How we can find the scatter plot? As we have already stated that, sir, first the data needs to be selected, then the scatter plot needs to be prepared. Right? I guess you must have done it somewhere in your other subjects. I'm not very much aware about it. If not, let's do it. Okay. So first, select the data. After that is when you can do it. That's absolutely no issue. But here in this case, we want to find the relationship between the advertisement expense and the sales, and we want to know that, sir, if there is an increment in the advertisement expense, then the sales is also getting increased or what? Let's check it out. Okay, so I am selecting the data right from the first to the last one, and you people know the shortcut key. Can someone tell me what was the shortcut key? Control Shift down arrow. Good. Let's move ahead. In the insert tab, you have something called scatter plot. The outlook will be a little bit different version to version. Some people who are still there in a Baba Adam kind of a version, it would be a little different. In case if you are there, I don't know. Okay. Here I have the scatter plot. Shall I use the magnifier? It's visible, no? Fine, no worries. Good. Here in this case, you have the first scatter plot, and you can see that there is a clear-cut upward directions seen here. That's the clear-cut upward direction. Yes, some points are here and there, Mr. Mitesh, but overall, the movement looks very clear, right? That means if you project the trend from this one, there is a possibility that you can predict the sales amount from your advertisement amount expense. That's altogether a different kind of a topic, will be a regression. Yes? Line तो मैंने ड्रॉ की बेटा इधर से. अच्छा, तो इसलिए देखो पूरा ध्यान रखो यार, थोड़ा बीच बीच में फिर. You can draw the trend line as well. If you want the trend line, I think you have seen the regression, no? A bit of an idea about the simple linear regression. So regression equation you have, and after applying the linear regression equation, you get a predicted value. तो वो वाला जो predicted value है ना, उसका एक लाइन ड्रॉ करना है, तो Excel has the by default option. क्यों अपन ऐसे मेहनत करने जाए? चलो करते हैं. कैसे अप्लाई करते हैं? Can you identify the plus button over there? In the plus button, there is something called trend line. हाँ सर, अब तो आपको मैग्नीफायर यूज करना है. प्लस बटन इसमें नहीं आ रहा. अच्छा, do you have the plus button over there? Not there. This kind of a plus button is not there. I guess in 2019 version it would be there. Earlier version it won't be. Mac, is it there? Fine. Yes. Trend line के ऊपर click करो. Trend line. Once you click on it, you get the trend line as well. Clear? Right. One more thing. Yes, Mr. Gaurav. Stuck anywhere?
Yes, sir.
कहाँ पे अटक रहे हो बेटा बताओ, एक बार वो सॉर्ट आउट कर लो कंप्लीट पूरा. Others, to those who have seen it, can do it. You can manually find the correlation as well, and you people must be aware about something called correlation coefficient, right? So correlation coefficient को apply करने के लिए you have very simple formula here, starting with equal to C O double R E L. Oh my God, that's very simple. And you just select the arrays and you get the correlation coefficient. You want him to go into those gigantic kind of calculations? Just start with the sign of equal to. Every function in Excel starts with the sign of Miss equal to. So I am starting with the sign of equal to here, CO double REL, that's the correl function. Then I can open the bracket or just press a tab button. So this function is started now. Now you can select the array number 1. Some people would be like, sir, which one needs to be selected first? Does not matter. You select the advertisement expense first or the sales expense. Both would be fine. Do not select the topic in this case. So I'm first selecting the advertisement expense right from the first to the last one. Comma to go to the next parameter of the syntax. And the next parameter is going to be my. Can someone tell me what's going to be? Sales, right? Just a second. So I'm selecting the sales now. Right from the first to the last one. Bracket is good. Inserted in my case. You have got the correlation coefficient 0.9162. 0.9162 is considered to be a very good correlation, if I'm not wrong. Yes or no? If it is more than 0.75, it's a strong positive correlation. Formula starts with the sign of equal to. CO double REL, that is the correl function for the correlation coefficient. Clear? Good. Just अभी वो स्कैटर प्लॉट लिया, रिलेशनशिप एस्टैब्लिश कर लिया, तो साथ में कोरल को बुरा ना लग जाए, इसलिए ले लिया साथ से.
सर
ये देखते हैं. Yes please.
Sir, we can't see anything. Have you?
Oh, sorry. I am really sorry. You can't see it from here.
Yeah.
I need to share the screen from here. I am really sorry. Saraswati, I am really sorry.
That's okay, sir.
यार ये तो पूरा ऑनलाइन कर दो या फिर ऑफलाइन कर दो. या हाइब्रिड इज समथिंग, यू नो, गोइंग क्रेजी. May we have the consensus of this now? Good. Let's move ahead with the cricket numbers. Can someone guess which player is this from the numbers? And which tournament is this? अब देखो, आप उसका concentration देखो. Oh my God, अभी इतना. Anyone? यार 2008 में क्या शुरू हुआ? इतनी भी डल गई. आईपीएल ही शुरू हुआ, तो आईपीएल है वो तो पता चल गया कौन सा प्लेयर है. Okay, fine. Whomsoever it would be, our task right now is to see that that fellow has scored so many number of runs in each and every IPL versions. We want to find a water flow kind of a chart. Now, what is this water flow? First of all, you just want the addition to be displayed, because when you prepare the bar charts, the problem is in the bar chart you have the bars for the every different points of the data. Now that does not tell you that what is been added and up to what extent it is been added. Yes or no? You want that if something is being added in the next year, then where you are reaching. If something is being added in the third year, where you are reaching. If something is being added on the fourth year, where we are reaching. So that's that kind of an additional cumulative chart if you want to prepare. That's where the flow, water flow chart will be very much useful. Let's do it. How can we do it? Sir, we may select the data first of all. So I'm selecting the runs. So I am just selecting all the runs over there. Do not take the total, otherwise the total chart would be, oh, high, very high, 5502. Do not take that one. I'm there in the runs column, that is column number D. After that, I'll go to the insert tab, and in insert tab, those who are joined online, you can go to the water flow chart from here. Click on the first one. And you must have observed in this case, we have the increase only because runs cannot be in the minus. Yes or no? Runs थोड़ी ना minus में होता है. So you select the first one, you have got the increase only, and you can see that step by step, ladder by ladder, the increment is taking place, and that's been displayed in the chart. Yes or no? Yes or no? Good. Are we getting it, Mr. Daksh? Yes. Surely. Over there to Mr. Vishal? Yeah. Stuck? Done? Good. Sir, how this chart looks like? थोड़ा सा ये करो. Can someone interpret this? अच्छा, मैंने जो लाइन ड्रॉ किया उसका इंटरप्रिटेशन क्या है कि अप टू दिस मेनी नंबर ऑफ इयर्स the total score was around 3000, and in that year something was added that was 505. Yes, if I go to the next one, that means in this many number of years, that is 9 years in total, after 505 973 is added, and the total number of runs at the end of the 9th year was this one, around 4000. Yes or no? So that's the cumulative addition you get, and specifically when you will have the increase as well as the decrease, at that time it would be very much useful, because you want to know that what is the decrement taking place, what is the increment taking place, how the water flow looks like. At that time it would be more useful. So let's take another task now, and that another task is over here. Let's go over there, go to the fixed assets amount. Let me just briefly explain that to you, that what is given to us over there. We have the closing balance of the fixed assets. We have number of years in the first column, and then we have the net increase and the decrease. Sir, how did you find the net increase and decrease? Sir, whatever the closing balance is given to us, from there we can find the net increase and decrease. Yes or no? The first year in which we have established, Mr. Mitesh, at that time the net increase would be 25 lakhs. Yes or no? Yes. After that, the closing balance reaches to 23. So your net decrease would be -2. Yes or no? What's your name, girl? Shreya. Shreya. Okay. Then in the next year, my baba. then, then in the next year you have -1. So what formula we have applied? That's very simple Kinda formula. Equal to this closing balance of this year minus the closing balance of the previous year, and you won't be doing it again and again, right? इसको फिर से करने की जरूरत, फॉर्मूला फिर से करने की जरूरत, तुम्हारे पास दिमाग होने की भी जरूरत. Enter. Now copy that and dig it further. So you get the closing balance increase and decrease for all this number of years. Once you get it, then you can go to the selection of the data entirely. The net increase and decrease only. Do not take those totals first of all, please. वो नहीं लेना, हमें cumulative chart चाहिए. Go to the insert. Then you have the water flow chart from here. Select the first one, and I guess this gives an amazing visualization. In the first year, the increment took place was around 25 lakhs, and then we have the net increase and decrease taking place for all this number of years. माइनस वाला क्या किया था वापस? अच्छा, ये नेट इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज कैसे आया? So you start with the sign of equal to. पहले साल में तो 25 लाख लिया, तो वो तो 25 लाख पहले ही साल में ऐड हुआ, हाँ कि ना दक्ष? चलो अब दूसरे साल में गए, तो दूसरे साल में गए तो मेरे पास 23 तो दिए हुए, यस और नो? सो सिलेक्ट दैट सेल, हड़ू हड़ू धीरे धीरे होले होले, डन. So once you select that cell, you use the sign of minus. Then you select the previous वाला सेल, हो गया. इतना ही तो करना, और क्या करना? होगा कि नहीं होगा? हाँ. Excel is high on the ganja. equal to this minus this, and you just break it further, no? Yes or no? Some people like कितनी बार yes or no आएगा? बहुत बार आएगा. मेरी मर्जी, मेरे को जो करना है करो. You have net increase and decrease now. Then let's go to, now shall I tell you about the basic kind of formatting? I mean, how to increase the scales or decrease the scales or some sort of things like this. Let's do it. चलो करते हैं. फिर से मैं अप्लाई करता हूँ. आई गेस हमने एक बार तो लास्ट टाइम किया था, लेकिन फिर भी करते हैं. Now say here in this case the scales are given to you 5 to 10. You won't like, sir, हर 2-2 लाख में scales आने चाहिए, ऐसे 5 to 10 में scales नहीं चाहिए. You can change the scales, no? How can we do it? Can someone tell me? Anyone? Once you select that, that is the vertical axis. The name is given over there, that what's there, that's a vertical axis. You have a right click. Then there is something called format axis. Now, even if you go somewhere else, say I am there on the chart phase right now, उसके मुंह पे जाके अगर अपन टपली मारेंगे, right click करेंगे, then you have something called format plot area. So that's the plot area. You can change the axis from here as well. No, on right hand side, you have the plot area options. My mouse cursor is over there. You may check it. From there as well, you can change the vertical axis. So where do we have the vertical axis in this case? Let's check it. Here we have the vertical axis. Now in the vertical axis, in the numbers section, Mr. Mitesh, you have something called the bar graphs drawn over there. Check it out. Click on this. Then in the axis options, थर्ड ऑप्शन, हाँ वो सही, थर्ड ऑप्शन. अच्छा, वो कहाँ से आया? ये एक्सिस ऑप्शंस में तुम गए और ना फॉर्मेट एक्सिस में गए तुम, तो फॉर्मेट एक्सिस में नीचे ही दिखाई देगा. ये प्रॉब्लम ये है कि ये वर्जन है ना 2019 है. तुम्हारे पास कौन सा है? एप्पल है, राइट? वो भी करेक्ट है. ठीक है. वर्टिकल एक्सिस के अंदर वो ऑप्शन आएगा. हम्म 19 में तो था. We want to change the scale actually from here. हाँ, right. Okay. See, if something is there in a rupee and you want to write, say it's a millions or billions or something like that, you can have the hundreds, thousands. That will also be written along with the numbers which are there, so that you can select from the display units. Now here in this case, I'm trying to find the scales actually. Just give me a 1 second. I guess in this chart, the scale option might not be visible because you have the specific net increase and decreases. Let me check it again further. Minimum, maximum to कर ही सकते हैं. Minimum से I want to take it from 1, and then maximum I want to take it up to 32. Okay. Do you have the scale change option over there? Are you getting it? Minimum maximum हुआ. Anyway, no worries. Let's move ahead. Here I do not have the option of scales actually. Hmm? Select data में scales change. I don't think so. Select data में कोई option नहीं है. Anyway, let's move ahead. Let's go to some other charts and from there we'll be trying to change it. तो मालूम पड़ेगा कि इसी चार्ट में नहीं दिया हुआ है कि नहीं दिया हुआ, मालूम पड़ेगा ना, दूसरे में करने की कोशिश करेंगे. Okay, now here in this case, one of the very important and very important and very useful chart we are going to do now. Have you seen the maps? उस map के अंदर if you wanna give some colors based on the proportions of the region which they are contributing in some variable. Say if I take the sales data and I wanna see that how much Gujarat is contributing, how much Rajasthan is contributing, how much other states are contributing, and based on that I want to apply some color scales. You know, color scales can be 2 colors, it can be 3 colors as well. So for minimum you want to give some other color, for maximums you want to give some other color, and the range would be having some different color. Now if you want to apply those kind of a color scales on the map, then Excel 2019 has got the map chart, but for that the condition is you require the states and countries names. The problem is if Excel is unable to identify the country's name, then it will not get reflected over there. So it must be as per the standards set by Microsoft. That is a number one. If you want to do it for the districts, then you require the postal codes. I tried to check it as well, but we do not have the postal codes for the districts in India. We have for the villages and small towns, right? And for the towns. Now for the district, how we can actually do it, I'll be telling it to you in the next lecture, but at least for the states and for the country, we may prepare the map chart. If you have the data of all the countries putting together and you want to find the entire world map and you want to give the color scales to every country's, forming a part of that map, it's very easy to do in the Excel. Earlier it was there only in the Power BI and the Tableau. Now it's been introduced in Excel as well with the too much of simplicity. Let's do it. You can select even the labels. That's fine. Perfect. Once the labels are selected, you go to the insert tab, and in insert tab you have something called map over there, right? As easy as this. You just select the map. Sir, आपने क्या किया? कुछ नहीं किया. Map को जाके select किया once you selected the data. No programming, no technical kind of jargon kind of a language. That's why Excel has been followed by the many people. मैं पहले ही लेक्चर में बोला था रॉयल एशियाटिक सोसाइटी. यस, क्या हुआ? नहीं आ रहा है? Yes, you need the active internet connection as well for this. You need active internet connection for this. It's entirely on the internet. Because see, Excel would be fetching the data from its online store, whatever the web in which they have stored it, and then it would be automatically applying the countries and state names. We have taken the few selected countries in this case. You can change the outlook of the map as per your requirements. Certain options are given to you. You can go over there in this chart, quick chart layout, and you can change the layout as well. Accordingly, the chart would look little different. Now here in this case, only one color is given to you. One is, a lighter one, another one is a darker one. So only one color variation is given to you. If you want 3 color scaling, you can do it. So वो तो मालूम है, लेकिन कैसे वो बताओ. ठीक है, उसमें जाते हैं. I look this darker वाला, ये भी अच्छा लगता है. देखो darker वाला कितना मस्त लग रहा है. Then you can have a right click over there. Then after doing the right click, go to the format plot area, and on right hand side, you select the option of series, that is the GDP, and in the series you have that bar kinda option. Then in the series color, you have the two colors right now. Instead of that, if I wanna say give the three colors, I would be selecting diverging three colors. So I need to give the minimum, maximum and midpoint as well. The minimum point is going to be whatever I want to. So lowest value को, अच्छा दूसरी बात, ये जो है ना वो डायरेक्टली वैल्यू लेता है, मिनिमम और मैक्सिमम वैल्यू आपको परसेंटेज में करना है, then select the percent instead of this. Say if you have the data which is in percentage from 50 to 100 percentage, then select the option of percentage instead of the minimum and maximum value. Is it clear? Okay. Select the color of your choice. Let me select the red for the first one. For the next one, I'm selecting the yellow. And for the third one, I'm selecting the green color here. Okay, now what's this? Can someone interpret this? We have got the GDP of all the countries. We have applied the map chart based on the GDP. So those countries which are having the highest GDP would get the green color. Those countries which have got the lowest GDP would get the red color. And those countries who are there falling in the midpoint would get some moderate colors, right? Nearby yellow. Now, if you go over there, take your mouse cursor and you want to check that, sir, which country is this green one? You click on that green one. By putting the mouse cursor, you would be able to see it's a United States. And you have got the value that is 21,433. 21.433. Is it clear? It's there in, I guess, the billions of dollars. As per the nominal GDP figures, United States is still the first one. But in terms of purchasing power parity, we and China both are catching them up. उनको लगता है हमारे ऊपर ही चलते हैं, लेकिन 2-5 साल जाने खींच लेंगे पूरा. Let's move ahead. Is it clear now? Has everyone done this? Surely, Shreya? Everyone? Good. Let's explore a few more options over here. Once you get this plus sign over there, no? On that there is something called data labels too. So you get the data labels as well over there, where few countries would get the amount of GDP reflected on their chart. That's a one way. You can go to some other options of the data labels. Data labels is nothing but what it's whatever on the chart. If you want to put something, the numbers, actual numbers, you can put it over there. Let's go to the right click. Let me explore a few more options. Okay. You select from the map projections. I am still there in the series options, format data series. You have few more options over there. If I select the second one, then the chart looks little bit in slant now. If I select the third one, now frankly speaking, even I don't know the technical meaning of this, but it's more about the projection of the earth, I guess, from the satellite, and accordingly they have picturized it. So you can have those kind of projections as per your needs. In chart area, in this option, if you want that, sir, only those countries which has got the data, we want only them. Rest everything need not be there. So you will be selecting only regions with the data. So rest everything will be taken out of the chart. And you wanna see that sir जिसका डेटा नहीं है उसमें भी हमें लाना तो है लेकिन उसके ऊपर कुछ करना नहीं है, कलरिंग वगैरह नहीं देना है. That's fine, okay. You select the third option from here. That's the entire world. So all those countries which hasn't got any data will also be reflected over there, though they do not have any data. Is it clear? Maybe move ahead. Good. Similarly, the next task for all of you right now, you would be doing it again for the state GDP. It will be catching the name of the states as well automatically. But for the district, it's not possible. I checked it. So if you have the name of the states and provinces, no? In China, you have the provinces instead of states. It will be catching the name of provinces automatically. Fine. In United States, again, you have the provinces. They do not use the terminology of states there. We use the terminology of states. Now, state is generally used when it has some, federalized powers. Here in this case, we believe that states and country both have the federalism powers. But nowadays, the things are different. Center has taken everything from the states. Let's move ahead. You would be doing it for the state GDP. You have got the first step, select the data and apply the chart. As simple as that. Have you got it for the states? How many of you have got it? मैं इधर बोल रहा हूँ. गुड. आपका नहीं हो रहा नेट. मेरे में कनेक्ट कर ले, मेरा वाईफाई चालू है. Oh, sorry. Yes, done now. Good. कौन सा वाला पूरा वर्जन है? Oh, sorry. आपको है ना सिर्फ चार्ट में प्रॉब्लम होगा पुराने वर्जन को, बाकी सब फीचर्स आपके उसमें काम कर रहे हैं. एक सिर्फ चार्ट में, हाँ सिर्फ एक चार्ट में प्रॉब्लम है. Now one more thing which is very good in this is the spark lines. Have you heard about the spark lines anywhere? Anyone? Spark lines कहीं पे सुना है? Spark lines? नहीं? Fine, no worries. You have got the TCS profit and loss figures over there. Yes. In one cell, you get few bars which gives you the idea about the trend of the previous figures. So say in this case, the data consultancy services, I have the amounts of the revenue from operations and all such sort of an expenses and incomes of TCS for all these 5 number of years I've taken. I want to show next to March 20 spark lines. Now what is the spark line? That is there inside the cell only. You won't be preparing the different chart for this, my dear friends. That particular chart will be there inside the cell, just like you have like right here. See? So sir, how do we do this? Go to the insert tab. From the insert tab, you have got the spark lines here. Let me use the magnifier so that you get in a better way. And you have the line, columnar, as well as the win loss. Now win loss will be applicable when you have the data in plus and minus. So it will give you, the plus and minus kind of fluctuations. Let me select the columnar one. And if I haven't selected the data yet, because the moment I go to the columnar chart, it again gives me the option. The option number 1 is the data range. Can someone tell me what will be the data range? Click on this. The data range would be, see here I want to apply. I want to apply for the revenue from operations. So from the first to the last one, I'm selecting it. Some people are like, sir, hashtag क्यों आ रहा है? भाई numbers cut हो रहा है और कोई problem नहीं. उसको थोड़ा सा size कर. हाँ. Pressing enter and the location range as well. Once you select the data, कहाँ पे रखना है वो तो बता उसको. Click on this button and this is going to be my location range. Pressing enter, pressing OK. You have got the spark lines. Now see, the spark lines has taken the figures of minimum and maximum and accordingly it has allotted the area. So minimum would be having the lowest bar and the maximum would be having the highest part. Is it clear? Good. Let me just pop it.
Sir, can you repeat it?
Yes, fine. Why not? So see, I'll first go to the sales where I want to apply this. Say I want to apply this over here on this figures. That is the other income figures. So I'm there on that cell, and then I go to the insert tab. From the insert tab, I'm first going to the columnar, win loss or line, whatever the case it would be, whatever is the most appropriate for me. Let me select the line chart in this case. And once you click on this, now you will have to select the data. Click on this first button. You select the entire range of other income. So I am selecting the range of the other income, pressing enter. Then there is something called location where you want this result to be. I am clicking on that again, and sir, I want the location to be there. That is been automatically selected. Pressing enter, again pressing the enter, and you have got the line chart showing you the trend. The problem is with the trend actually. When you have the few occasional hikes and spikes, those occasional hikes and spikes are not very much reliable. If the trend is upward and downward, no, then there is a problem. Since last 5 days, we have got this specific trend of increment in the corona cases. That is not good to see. Shall I move ahead? Has everyone done this? Good. So, sir, we have completed the TCS figures here. Few tasks which I would give to you right now. You would be calculating few ratios, and we want the figures of those ratios. Here in this case, if you can identify the profit after tax is given to you, we would be taking the profit after tax of this period. Now see, if you analyze the figures of the profit after tax, no, if you analyze the figures of the profit after tax, you can check that, sir, there is a significant increment taking place in fourth year. So from 25 to 41 crores to 30,000 crores, it has increased. Little bit analytical side, a financial analytical side. Now you don't compare the overall profitability entirely. Sometimes you'll have to compare it in the ratio format. So as compared to the total sales, whether the profitability percentage is increased or what. Now sometimes you might have the good numbers of the profit and you would like, oh my God, very good amount of profit. But as compared to the sales, what was the increment? So let's find the profit percentage, and on that we will be applying some spark lines, you know. So sir, how will be finding the profit percentage, whether it's given to us or what? I guess it's given to us, already been calculated. If it is not, you would be doing it. Starting with a sign off. Equal to selecting the profit and loss for the period divided by the sales amount. Multiply with 100 करने की जरूरत. Now फिर से हर बार ये अप्लाई करने की जरूरत. कॉपी करके पेस्ट कर सकते हैं. Control C, paste it to all of the sales, and you may take it that in spite of the fact that you see that the profit for the fourth year is increased and jumped to so many number of by so many number of, you know, the amount of crores, still as compared to the sales, it's just 24 percentage. Earlier it was 26 percentage. So though their profitability amount have increased, they were not very much efficient in terms of the profitability ratio in fourth year. Can you conclude this? Yes or no? Because in terms of the sales, they haven't increased that much. No, that's why. Okay, let's move ahead. Now you would be doing other income as a percentage of the sales. Now, what is the meaning of the other income as a percentage of the sales? You want to check that what percentage of the proportion is being formed by the other income in the total income. So that tells you that how much company is concentrating in the main business. And when I say other income, that means those are the incomes. FD में थोड़ा सा इन्वेस्ट कर लिया, थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्ट मिल गया सर, हमने तो मजा आ रहा था ना वो शेयर्स में, किसी ने बोला था कि इन्वेस्ट कर दे तो हमने कर दिया, तो उसमें थोड़ा सा डिविडेंड मिल गया। कोई असेट हमारे पास जैसे पड़ा हुआ था फर्नीचर है, बेच दो तो हमारे पास थोड़ा सा प्रॉफिट हो गया, दैट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ द अदर इनकम। ये सब अब कई बार क्या होता है कि अदर इनकम में लोगों के खर्च मतलब इतना बड़े बड़े इनकम होती है, तो भैया देखो अदर इनकम का पार्ट है कि वो आपके सेल्स के मेन में से आ रहा है, देन इट्स समथिंग यू हैव बूस्टेड। तो चेक चेक करो कि अदर इनकम एज अ परसेंटेज ऑफ द सेल्स, you will be inserting the row. How you will be inserting the row? Can someone tell me? Control, control shift plus. Okay. Other income, other income. Okay, here I have. So before the total revenue, I would be requiring the percentages. First, I'm selecting the entire row. And to select the entire row, what is the shortcut key I have? Can someone tell me? Shift space. आपका कुछ अलग होगा, sorry. Shift space. Control shift plus. तो डायरेक्टली सीधा कौन से स्टेप में चली गई? सेकेंड स्टेप। अच्छा फर्स्ट किया था, बट फाइन, नो वरीज। So starting with the sign of equal to, selecting the other income, then divided sign, then you select the revenue from operations, enter। परसेंटेज में 100 को मल्टीप्लाई करने की जरूरत है कि नहीं है कि नहीं है? अरे कॉपी करके पेस्ट करो, कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है। Once you get this percentage, no, then you can go to the percentage sign. Once you select this entire data and just apply the percentage sign and increase the decimals, you get to know the what's the other income as a percentage of the total income, or the revenue from operations, which is the sales, not the total income, as a percentage of the revenue from operations we have taken. So you must have observed that there is a clear cut trend established. अदर इनकम में ये टीसीएस है, वो हर बार कुछ ना कुछ परसेंटेज बढ़ा रही है अपनी इनकम। दैट्स अ गुड साइन। दैट मीन्स दे डू नॉट वांट टू रिमेन डिपेंडेंट इन देयर मेन बिजनेस, दे वांट टू एक्सपांड, दे वांट टू डाइवर्सिफाई फर्दर, एंड इफ इट इज a very good amount of hike observed there, it's a good sign. Can you prepare the spike line? The spike line has already been prepared in my case. Is it clear? Shall I? Okay. Do it. All the online students, are you able to get it over there? Ms. Saraswati,
Yes,
as well
sir.
as Mr. Deepesh?
Yes, sir.
Good. If you are stuck anywhere in getting anything, please let me know. Huh? Percentage ma increase the decimals, बाजू में एरियो ऑप्शन आ जो ऑप्शन है ना 001, increase the decimals. नहीं लगा good. Is it done over there? मिली? खो गई हो कहीं पे? फिर से मिल गई, मिली। Some problem with the laptop? Shall I come back? Okay, one more task, and that would be the end of the charts section, and that's the task given to you. Every one of you would be finding one company's data of stock market of the candle charts, and you will be preparing the candle charts here in the Excel along with the volume. So, who will be working for what company? I'm putting the name over here. So, from where you will be finding the data first of all? You can find it from various other websites. You can take the Yahoo Finance is the good one actually. Yahoo Finance. याहू फाइनेंस का एक्यूरेसी थोड़ा सा अच्छा है और उसका कॉपी करके पेस्ट करते हो ना आप एक्सेल में डेटा तो इंटरफेस भी थोड़ा सा अच्छा रहता है बाकी सबसे बच्चा कौन सा कंपनी का करना है तो वो तो बताओ तो वही तो कर रहा हूँ भाई रुको क्या हुआ मनी कंट्रोल मिल जाएगा अब है ना यहाँ पे इफ यू नो हाउ टू अप्लाई दिस पेज स्पेशल it would be good for you. I'll not be telling it at the first instance. I'm just giving you the hint. So your chart will look more accurate. Page special का कहीं पे तो यूज आएगा. Okay, so these are the companies for which you'll be doing. Now for how many number of क्या हो गया? Okay, so everyone would be preparing for their own company. Let me. So everyone has got something, right? Now let me do it for say Reliance. So I am just finding the Reliance. Reliance Yahoo Finance historical price. Reliance Yahoo Finance historical price that I'm going to search there. You can select the second one as well, first one to anyway. Let me go to the second. Now you'll be taking it for how many number of days? Let me take it for, I guess, this is, we are right now in February, right? Let's take it from November. 1st of November to 17th of February. 17th of February. That's 18th of November. The market is closed for today as well, no? तो आज का भी ले सकते हैं, आज का भी ले सकते हैं. कितना बजे? 1 मिनट बाकी है. ठीक है, बहुत उखड़ लोगे ना तुम तो 1 मिनट के अंदर. Okay, so I've got the data there. Everyone would be doing it. So first of all, you would just be selecting the data up to 1st of November. I guess the 1st of November was a holiday. So 2nd of November, and you want it up to the volume, right? So I'll be selecting up to the last one. I hope everyone is doing it along with me. Then you just press the Control C, yes or no. Once you do the Control C, you want to paste it somewhere. Say I want to paste it at a different worksheet. I would be going to the paste special by using the shortcut key, starting with Alt HVS. Then there is something called Unicode text. Now, what's the meaning of this, sir? When you are copying the data from the web, no, we do not want to copy their codes, some hyperlinks which they have given over there in the website. We just want to copy the value as it is, whatever is there on the face. So I'm selecting the second option, pressing OK, and you have got the data along with the dates. One more problem you are facing. Can someone identify what's the problem in this case? जरूरत नहीं है. ऑर्डर देखो, डेट्स का ऑर्डर. हाँ, तो चार्ट भी उल्टा आएगा ना. तो अपन को क्या करना है, उसका ऑर्डर चेंज करना है. कैसे करेंगे? सॉर्ट. जस्ट सॉर्ट तो आपने सिखाया नहीं है, तो आएगा ना. कस्टम सॉर्टिंग नेक्स्ट टाइम करते हैं. चलो अभी है ना, एक काम करते हैं, सॉर्ट का थोड़ा सा एप्लीकेशन बता देता हूँ. You select this entire data, then you would go to the home tab, and in home tab you are able to see the sort and filter option here. Nahi, I have selected the entire data, so I would go to the custom sort now. Now first I need to identify the column number A. I want to sort based on the column number A, because column number A is something which is going to define my sorting parameter and criteria. Yes or no? Yes, I have got the answer. Sir, आपने कलर के बेसिस पे सॉर्ट करना है कि वैल्यू के बेसिस पे? कलर तो हमने कोई अप्लाई किया ही नहीं है, फॉन्ट का कलर भी कोई दिया ही नहीं है, अपन ने फिल भी कुछ किया ही नहीं है. तो सर अपन को वैल्यूज के ऊपर ही करना है, ओल्डेस्ट टू न्यूएस्ट. प्रेस ओके, and it's been done. Now here in this case, friends, if you have some data like this to 14th November जहां पे कुछ नहीं है, तो निकाल दो, delete. Okay, so I hope all the people who have joined online are doing it. Oh, Saraswati, I'm really sorry you do not have the map chart. Then I guess you'll have to upgrade your version of the Excel, and that's fine. I mean, that is available only in this version. No, that's why. But I hope you've got everything. I mean, how to apply it, what's the utility of this, and everything.
Yes, sir.
Good. And you are right now working in the stock chart, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Deepesh is also working on the stock chart. I guess you have got the Asian pins for which you have to find the data. Just now I have said, and Mr. Deepesh will have to find it for HCL Technologies. Here in the classroom, everyone seems to be doing this. यहाँ पे तो सबका हो रहा है. वो निकले, ब्रेक्स निकल रहे हैं डेट्स के. मैक में है ना. विंडोज में तो होता है कैसे?
नहीं सर वही करना है ना।
One more hour we have, huh? In 5 to 7 today. 5 to 6. Okay. In that, in that, in that 1 hour, we will be exploring the conditional formatting. Along with the rules of the conditional formatting, in that 1 hour, we'll be exploring the conditional formatting. As the name itself suggests, once again, may I have the attention, please? एक मिनट आइए जो दक्ष हाँ in that 1 hour we'll be exploring the option of framing the rules in the conditional formatting, where it should be applied, what kind of a visualization it gives, what are the various options in that. As the name itself suggests, it's a conditional formatting you want to do, but after applying some conditions. So that we'll explore in that. 5 to 6 again we'll be meeting. Thank you very much, Shimali. Attendance of the second lecture will be count. Others may leave. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.